Namaskar, good morning, Ram Ram. Welcome to your own channel AC Astro. And we all are approaching now to the end of this 2023. And everybody wants to know how my 2024 will be. But the answer is how your 2023 December will be. Because all wells that end well. So we are here with December 2023 predictions. Let's welcome Akash Chauhanji from Calgary, Canada. Akash ji, Namaskar, Ram Ram, Jai Shri Ram.
Namaskar, Rohitji, Ram Ram, Jai Shri Ram. Thank you so much. As we know, we are going to be approaching towards 2024, but before that, December is still there. So let's talk about December 2023, which is end of Ketu's year. Numerologically, Rohitji, this was Ketu's year, and lot of spiritual transformation came in for everyone. It is going to end, and next year is going to be the year of Saturn, Shani Dev. So lot of karmic year next year. So overall, when we see December overview, that what is going to happen. So here, 30th of November, Venus will enter into Libra. What has happened is Venus was in Scorpio. No, was in Virgo and was in a debilitated state. So now finally Venus enters into Libra and comes to its own sign. So that is a good news. On other hand, Mercury becomes retrograde in Sagittarius. So from 1st till 13th of December, no planetary transit is happening. But from 13th of December, Mercury will become retrograde. Then 16th of December, Sun will enter into Sagittarius. 25th of December, Venus will enter into Scorpio on Christmas. December 28th, Mars enters Sagittarius as well as Mercury enters Scorpio because it is in retrograde motion. And December 31st, Jupiter will turn direct into Aries. This is the biggest thing that is going to give a relief to a lot of people of Jupiter becoming direct. So this is how December overview is all set. Now, if we move on to Aries ascendant, so Rohitji, here we can see Aries ascendant. These are all the planets except Moon. That what is happening, who is placed where, and currently what kind of results you're getting. Rahu and Ketu are in the 12th and the 6th house. Very good placement for Aries ascendant. Uh, Jup- uh, Jupiter is in the first house, but in retrograde motion, will turn direct end of the month. Um, uh, Finally, the month starts and Venus goes away from being debilitated and comes into an place of own house, own sign. But remember, this is the Maraka Stan for Venus, and Venus is extreme Maraka here, so it can create a little bit disturbance. When Venus enters into Libra on 30th of November, there can be some, marital, so, yeah, relationship wise, it's going to be very good, but health wise, especially the lower abdomen area, is going to be a little bit of concern for all the Aries ascendant people. 13th of December, Mercury will get retrograde in Sagittarius. So it's your destiny house. And Mercury here rules two other houses, the third house and the sixth house. Third house being a difficult struggle house, as well as sixth house being the house of health. If that planet goes and sits in the ninth house here, Rohitji, in the Bhagyastan, that means two of the places, your health as well as your communication will have some effect. Especially if it becomes retrograde here, then your speech and your health is going to be major concern. So number one checklist, if we see Venus causing trouble to the health. Number two checklist, we see Mercury causing trouble to the health in a little bit manner. But later on, Sun will enter into Sagittarius. Here, Sun is an extreme benefic planet because it is the owner of the fifth house, and fifth house is also the house of destiny because it is ninth from the ninth. So, Sun here enters Sagittarius in your Bhagyastan and will give you great if those people who are going or trying for higher knowledge, those people who are going and trying for abroad, those people who want to do some good spiritual sadhana, or those who want to work with Father, this is the right time for you. You're going to be making it during this period. Later on, Rohiji, Mars will enter into Sagittarius. So Sun also enters into Sagittarius. Mars also enters into Sagittarius, Rohiji. And during that time, Venus also makes a transit before Mars enters Sagittarius. Venus will go into your eighth house. Now, seventh house owner in the eighth house, there is going to be good gains from finances or income or from partnerships. So those who are into partnership, those who are into making a deal, those who are about to get married, those who are about to get enrolled into some kind of new organization, like getting a new job. Very good benefit for you. In fact, those people who are actually thinking about Rohitji, getting inheritance, very good for them. Venus will get it for you. Later on, Mars will enter into Sagittarius again. That means your ninth house. Now here, the Lagna Lord is being in the ninth house is again a very good sign of destiny. That your luck will be in your favor. Because on top of that, Rohitji, same on December 28th, when Mars will enter into Sagittarius, Mercury will come back, in retrograde motion to Scorpio. So you have to be very careful in terms of communication, and that too related to your extended family or related to your inheritance or any kind of thing related to partnership or sharing. So Venus promises, coming into Scorpio, that it does not mean that you will not get it. It means that you have to be careful in your communication. Mercury here also makes a Viprit Raj Yog, by the way, for you, because it is the owner of the sixth house and it is in the eighth house. Comes in the eighth house in retrograde motion, so makes a Viprit Raj Yog. So in the initial phase, there can be some difficulty, but later on, the victory is yours only. Those who are going into any kind of competitive space or any kind of, related to some exams, very good for them. Extremely benefit for them. So overall, Aries ascendant amazing, but the real fun begins from 2024 of January, 1st of January 2024, because in your Lagna, the most benefic planet in the world, that is Jupiter, is going to get direct, and that is where your courage restores, your education, and your money, all the money matters restored for you, or your relationship restored because of the aspect of Jupiter. First aspect is on the fifth house, Rohitji. Fifth aspect on the fifth house, that is related to education and money. Seventh aspect on the seventh house, lot of repair in your relationships and some new associations. And the ninth aspect, Rohitji, that means Bhagya Uday here is very, very prominent. Mars, Lagnesh in the ninth house, the Sun in the ninth house, Jupiter aspecting the ninth house. So there is going to be good destiny rise. And Rohitji, for Aries ascendant people, I've seen many people are traveling because Rahu is in the 12th house for them. So it is a very benefic, very, very beautiful 2023 December for Aries ascendant, because there is exact promises seen in front of you. There is nothing hidden here. You see the aspects of Jupiter, you see the placement of your Lord of your fifth house, that is a Trikon house. You see the placement of your Lagna Lord in your ninth house. So extreme. So December, it's I know it's going to be holidays a lot of the time, like half of the time it's going to be holidays, but still the foundation that is going to be set up for you for the next year is extremely solid for you. Extremely solid means extremely solid. I hope that this new year brings a lot of hope and you know extremely good time for Aries ascendant people, Rohit.
Yes, as we said that if the end of the year is very good, then beginning of the year will be definitely with a good start. And if you want to give a good start to your 2024, so this is an opportunity now to plan your 2024 before it starts. Sit with Akashji, send details on the WhatsApp number or the mail ID given below, and you will have a consultation with Akashji, video consultation wherever you in this world. And now see this a new thing, WhatsApp link. This is new function, new thing introduced by ACS Astro team. You just click on the link and you directly go on the ACS Astro WhatsApp. Yeah, now put your details there, put your request there, and you will be contacted by team. So technique is everywhere.
Ji Rohit ji. Moving on, we are moving to Taurus ascendant people. Now, Rohit ji, here for Taurus ascendant, if we see the Lagnesh, which was debilitated. Okay, it's a big deal when Lagnesh becomes debilitated. It's a lot difficult because the owner of the Kundli is powerless. So here it becomes direct now. That is going to be very, very. It is going to be coming into the own house. Sorry, not direct. Jupiter gets direct here. Yeah, so here it's going to be coming into the own house in a very comfortable place. Now here, if you see for Taurus ascendant people, Venus rules the first, that is the ascendant and the sixth house. So that means everything related to victory, everything related to winning in competition depends on Venus. Venus, when comes in this place, it's very comfortable. So make sure that if you are going to give you any exams or anything, or you know book any date for exams, it's very good time for you this month, because as soon as Venus enters into Libra, it is going to be beneficial for Taurus ascendant people. There's going to be good luck coming your way. On the other hand, Rohitji, December 13, Mercury will turn retrograde. It is in Sagittarius and it will get retrograde, Rohitji. Now, retrograde Mercury, Rohitji, look at Mercury here. It is a Maraka, okay, and as well as it is a very important planet of the fifth house, owner of the fifth house, Rohitji. It's a very important planet in terms of uh, generating wealth, as well as children, as well as education, as well as knowledge, as well as thinking. So it's very important. So it's the planet of speech and the planet of dhan, that means planet of money in Taurus ascendant. uh, Now, when it becomes retrograde, and especially it will also become combust, Rohiji, because Sun is very near to Mercury, and it's also like behind it, and will also enter Sagittarius, uh, you know, on 16th of December. So it's very close conjunction will be there. Here, Mercury loses its power, Rohiji, and because it is the owner of a Maraka house as well as a house of a very benefic house, that is the fifth house, it is going to have little bit of trouble now in terms of speech and in terms of wealth accumulation. So you have to be careful not to make big decisions of investing big amount of money during this month. Sun will enter into Sagittarius, Rohiji, on 16th. Sun enters Sagittarius, and Rohitji, Sun, if you see in this place, it is the planet of your fourth house, your inner peace, your real estate, your mother, your motherland, your homeland, and now it is entering into the eighth house. So, if there is anything related to inheritance, anything that is considerably very important in terms of you making some money out of partnership that you're going to get, this is the time for it. This is the time for it that you can actually regain that energy and power to receive that money. On top of that, because Sun is a Krura Graha, Rohitji, and very soon it is going to be, it's conjunction with Mars also here. Rohitji, it's little bit difficult that vehicle accidents can be seen for people, or some problem in your related to piles, related to hemorrhoids, or some constipation issues of people who have very weak sun placed in their chart can be seen. Be careful. There can also be some legal trouble that you can go through during the end of this month. And if we see, Rohiji, that is a time of 31st, and many people drink and drive and all that. Be safe. Do not do any such kind of problem, because Sun and Mars are Kurur Graha, and they are going to be there sitting in the eighth house. So the eighth house is the house of sudden ups and downs. So suddenly something can happen. Later, Rohiji, Venus goes from its Swagrahi, that is uh, in half of the month after 25th of December on Christmas Day, Venus will come into the seventh house, exactly opposite to the ascendant, putting an aspect of the on the ascendant. So here, it's a good time for you now to make it up for the relationship loss that you were going through, or some problem or ups and downs in relationship. This is going to be a good period for you in terms of relationship and repairing your relationship, as well as working on yourself, grooming. This is the time for grooming. 28th of December, Mars will enter into Sagittarius, Rohitji, and on same day, Mercury exits Sagittarius and comes into Scorpio, because it is in retrograde motion. Now, Mars here, Rohitji, is the owner of the 12th house, and sitting in the 8th house makes a Viprit Rajyog. In the earlier stage, like from 28th December to at least 10th of January, it will create some issue, not very well, health issues basically. But later on, after that, it will start giving you very good results. Any planet who make a Viprit Rajyog in your chart initially will give little bit of trouble, but later, as soon as it gets power, as soon as that initial phases on it becomes powerful in degree, then it gives you very beautiful results. So let's hope for the best. And Mercury entering Scorpio, Rohitji, see the owner of the second house and the seventh house entering in a retrograde motion in the seventh house here. You have to be careful in terms of your relationship. The relationship that you are trying to repair now can also, because of your communication and speech, it can get little bit trouble. So overall, if you see your till December 28, it's going to be like 50-50. Not very good, not very bad. But what good happens here? What good happens here is happening on from 31st of December 2023, when Jupiter, the most benefic planet, and especially if you see very importantly, Rohitji, Mercury, Jupiter here rules two major houses. That is the 8th house, that is the 11th house. So it's Karaka of gains also and Karaka of sudden ups and downs also. But because it is a benefic planet and it has very good aspects, so here right now the fifth aspect is going on your fourth house of property, foreign country. Maybe if there is some chance of you being in a foreign country, get a new property. On the same hand, it is also putting an aspect on the sixth house. So in competitions, you're going to win. If there is any problem related to Roji, if there's any problem in simple terms also, like related to your health, or in terms of your, you're applied for some kind of debt and it's not happening, your money is getting wasted. This is the time that you will be able to solve it. Jupiter here gives in the 12th house. See, it gives you little bit introvertness, and also it can poke you. It can get some truth uncovered related to your friends or someone who's not honest with you. So if you know it also, just make sure you act very nicely, because remember, Mercury is retrograde, and especially in the seventh also, relationship can go bad. Let's make sure that if you even know, I was talking to a lady, Rohitji, she's a multi-millionaire. She told me that I know that in my work these people are doing some fraud and they're trying to take money out of the pocket of the business. But I know it's not so harmful. That's why I don't say anything, because otherwise on a larger scale I'm having a profit. So just make sure that don't start fighting on small things and look at the larger picture, because larger picture starts from you as soon as Jupiter turns direct, man. Because of the aspect, the third aspect of Jupiter is going to be on your eighth house of inheritance. So that means here some sudden gains is seen, man, for you. Again, two planets origin. Mars is making a Vipreet Rajyog and Jupiter is also making a Vipreet Rajyog. So before May 31st, when Jupiter enters into Taurus, actually, before that, there is going to be big monetary gains for you. That is like for sure it is going to happen. So all the best for all the Taurus ascendant people. May December 2023 be the foundation for your next, what do you say, next year. It is the struggle done during this period will help you in the next uh, year to have a lot of gains. Rohit.
Yes, we everybody want that 2023, whatever it is, we want our 2024 very good. So if you thinking like this, lots of things for PR purpose, for study purpose, marriage purpose, business you want to start. So you need to know that in which month this is the best for you. For that, you have to send your details on the WhatsApp number or the mail ID given below. Sit with Akash on video consultation and plan your 2024 every month in advance. Best of luck.
Sure, Rohit. Um, Luigi, here let's talk about Gemini ascendant. Now, November 30, 2023. Venus, your planet who rules your 12th house as well as rules the 5th house. Luigi, it is not very, it is not very, very bad planet. Some people, some astrologers say Venus is very bad for Gemini ascendant because it rules the 12th house. Remember, Venus and Mercury are extreme good friends. And here, Venus is the Karaka of education for Gemini ascendant people. And mostly, I have seen that many Gemini ascendant people, Rohiji, go abroad for education because of this placement. So it is not bad. So remove that from your mind that Venus is bad. Now, what is happening? Venus was in debilitated position in your fourth house. So, lot of disturbance, inner peace. It is now coming to your fifth house. Now, fifth house, Rohiji, is the house of creativity, house of children, house of love, house of romance. And see, for Gemini ascendant people, Venus is so important. It is the Karaka of love, romance, happiness, relationship, and so many things. Venus coming here gives you a very positive indication about your relationships. There is going to be extreme positivity in relationships. There is going to be extreme, or what you say, a good movement in your education. Good movement in your education, as well as those who are planning for a children and are not able to conceive. Try now, because there is two big things that is happening. Number one, Jupiter is going to be turning direct on 31st of December. Okay, it is in your 11th house, aspecting what house? Aspecting your fifth house with the seventh drishti, that means partnership drishti. So this is very important, very good, very nice for you to conceive during this period. So I wish all the best to all the mothers who are trying to conceive, and very soon you will give the good news. Now, depends on your dasha and antardasha as well, but here planetary placements are happening in the right way. So, on the other hand, Mercury retrogrades in Sagittarius, Soiji. Mercury is in Sagittarius in the seventh house, Soiji, and it is going to be getting retrograde. Now, Mercury here is the ascendant lord and the Rohiji Kendra lord, fourth house lord, and now sitting in the Kendra and getting retrograde. So, Rohiji, do you know what this means? It means it is making already a Raj Yoga, but it is becoming retrograde here. So in this Raj Yoga, you will not be able to get the 100% benefit of Mercury during this period unless and until Mercury goes back into Scorpio and also then turns direct into Scorpio and comes back in Sagittarius. So you will have to wait for a while. You are not getting the real benefits of Raj Yoga. But on the other hand, if you are thinking of getting a vehicle, getting some kind of treatment done, health treatment done, just hold your horses if you can till time the Mercury becomes direct, because whenever Lagnesh is retrograde, you should not take big steps in your life. Which is December 16th, Sun will enter into Sagittarius. Now, Sun here is the lord of your third house, that is extreme hard work, and coming into the seventh house. So now, those who are in partnership business, those who are in partnership, or those who are married also, will have to take a very big, bold step in terms of your relationships. You will have to be extremely, what you say, extremely focused on your relationships during this period. On the other hand, Rohitji, if you see, Venus will enter into Scorpio on December 25th. So Venus was in your fifth house. It did a lot of good things for your, for your love life, for your creativity, for your education. Everything is good. But now it comes to the sixth house of daily work and routine, and it is actually aspecting its own house. That is the 12th house here. If by any chance you are supposed to go to a foreign country, this is the right time. You will be able to do it. If there is any chance, because your fourth house lord is also disturbed, right? Mercury is in retrograde position, so you can go to foreign country during this period. On the other hand, Venus here gives a little bit trouble in your stomach area, not the lower abdomen, the upper abdomen area. So be careful. Many people who have diabetes will face a little bit more trouble during the period when Venus is in the sixth house. So take utmost care of your health. But because it makes a Vipreet Raj Yoga, Rohitji, so it is going to do in the beginning, from 25th of December till 7th, 8th of January, you will not feel good about Venus here. But after that, Venus will give you extreme benefit, extreme, like when it goes into the seventh house, before that, it will give you great results in the sixth house that is related to your work. Those people who are supposed to be joining new work, very congratulations, you are going to be joining new work. There is a lot of promise which can be seen in your chart. On the other hand, Rohitji, there is another transit, that is Mars will enter into Sagittarius. That means in the seventh house. Now here, Mars rules the 11th house and the sixth house, Rohitji. So everyone thinks 11th house is the house of gains, Rohitji, but 11th house is also the house of small diseases. You know that? You know why? Because it is sixth from the sixth. So whenever, see, Lagnesh is going to enter that same day when Mars enters Sagittarius, Lagnesh is going to enter into Scorpio, but in a retrograde motion, which is not very, which is not considered very peaceful. So there can be some health problems, especially again I told you related to your stomach, and secondly your, now it also becomes your leg. You have to be careful about your leg also. There can be some problem in that area. But in the overall relationships, you have to be very careful now, because Mars and Sun, when they are together, they make a very, very hot yoga. So when these two extreme hot planets are together, you have to make sure that your temper is low, because they are both aspecting your lagna. They're both aspecting yourself, and you will come out as an aggressive person. So just hold on. See, there is hope at the end of the month, and that hope is related to Jupiter. Jupiter becomes direct origin Aries here. Extremely benefic planet. When it turns direct, your communication, your social interaction, money gained from social circles, money gained from your career, money gained from your any kind of speculation is all seen here, Rohitji. Look at Gemini. Gemini ascendant people. Jupiter in the 11th house aspects the third house, the fifth house, and the seventh house. So you see, because of this aspect only, everything will be in control. If this aspect was not there, there could have been a big turmoil for Gemini ascendant people. But hopefully, Rohitji, and by God's, I wish to God, I pray to God that it is going to be an extreme, beautiful month in terms of gains. But in terms of relationships, you have to be careful. You have to be careful. There can be some detachment. Look at Rahu also, right? It is sitting in the 10th house. Look at Ketu sitting in the 4th house of inner peace. So there is a lot of detachment kind of thing that is happening to you. So the good part is that after 31st of December, when Jupiter becomes direct, you will be going out. You will be going out and you will be, what do you say, in a happy space in your life. So hopefully, Rohitji, things will turn out good.
Yes. Hopefully things will turn on good. And one more good thing, you can see on the screen, we have generated a new link for our family members. This is WhatsApp link. You have to just click on this and you directly reach on the ACS to WhatsApp. Now, thing is that there are some difficulties and some opportunities in 2024. For every person, but you need to know that where is opportunity, and that means in which month, and where are the difficulties in which month. So you have to plan for that. If you want to plan for that, 2024, take a video consultation with Akashji. Send your details on the WhatsApp number link or the number given below or on the mail ID, and team will contact you and you will have a video consultation with Akashji.
Sure, Rohitji. Moving on to Cancer ascendant people, Rohitji, for Cancer ascendant, it's gonna be the best transit ever this December month, because number one, your communication, which was not effective at all because of debilitated Venus in your third house, now that is over. 30th of November only, Venus will come into Libra, that is your fourth house. Here, see, it is an extreme yoga karka, Venus. Why, Rohitji, now see the placement. Venus is the fourth house lord and the 11th house lord. Fourth house of inner peace, luxuries, as well as your home and vehicle. And see, 11th house owner, 11th house in the fourth house, gains. So Rohitji, this is a time for gains. Simply, in simple words, this is a time for gains, especially in your job area. Look at Venus aspecting the 10th house from the fourth house, and where Jupiter, it is in not in the right motion right now, it is in retrograde motion. It also turns direct in end of this month. So 2024 beginning is beautiful for Cancer ascendant people. Here, only small thing we have to remember is that, see, Mercury retrogrades in Sagittarius, and Sagittarius is supposed to be the sixth house of daily work and routine, and Mercury here owns rigid two houses, the 12th house and the third house, that is house of communication as well as house of foreign country. If you're in a foreign country, make sure that your foreign stay as well as your communication will have some challenges during this period. Either you will have to relocate to some place, either you'll have to leave your house and move to a different house. There is going to be some change that is going to happen around your house or your work area. So invite it with positivity. That is what I would like to say. Sun will enter into Sagittarius, Rohitji. That means look at Sun. Sun enters Sagittarius, that is the second house lord comes in the sixth house. That means there is going to be good money through your speech. That means through your speech, you can get into daily work and routine. That means your interview will get clear. If anything related to your competitions, you are winning it. That is for sure. So your interview is clear and you will start going there. Venus will enter into Scorpio region 25th of December. That means that this is the time that you can go and start working in a startup. This is the time that you can start new things. Time of creativity, as well as beginnings, new beginnings. Why, Rohitji? There's going to be a lot of gains from social circle and friends will help you, because Venus sitting here, very good for your chart. On the other hand, look at Venus aspecting its own house, that is the 11th house. So there is going to be a lot of gains from the uh, from your surroundings, as well as if you have some goals, it will also be achieved during this period. December 20th, Mars will enter into Sagittarius. Now here, the lord of the 10th house, the lord of the 5th house, which is another important planet, the lord of Trikon and the lord of Kendra, Ruji, sitting in the 6th house of daily work and routine. And Mars also aspects Rohitji, the ninth house here. So that means destiny is going to be rising for you. So it's a very good thing. Don't come into the poison of other people that this bad will happen. Nothing bad will happen. Everything you see or logically you see. Mercury retrograde motion, it enters into Scorpio. Now Mercury here is already not a very good planet because it rules two bad houses. That is the house of your struggle and the house of your foreign travel. So here these two houses, are going to be trouble for you. Two places. Short distance journey will not be fruitful, neither long distance journey will be fruitful. But on the other hand, if there is something related to creativity, it is going to be favorable because whenever Venus and Mercury are in close conjunct, they become extreme creative, extreme good in arts, extreme good in drawing, painting, singing, whatever you want to say. Art, creativity wise, number one, you are going to be this thing. But the biggest event that happens in your life is Jupiter. Finally, Jupiter, that is the lord of your ninth house and lord of your sixth house, is going to be now direct. And Jupiter direct also puts direct aspects on your second house, your fourth house, and your sixth house. So your money bank balance is going to increase. Your relationships and your there's going to be expansion in your staying place, or you can move somewhere. And thirdly, it is going to aspect your sixth house. That means your daily work and routine. Sun and Mars both will be controlled by Jupiter, so you can have very effective communication during this period in terms of do not kill yourself by just overcommitting or being aggressive. That is what it mentions for you. So in a nutshell, this period is going to be an extreme good period for your upcoming transits. So all the best. Like 2024 beginning starts with a very positive news for Cancer ascendant people.
Yes, we pray for this that 2024 starts with very positive way. But still, there are lots of things according to personalized birth chart which you need to know about yourself. And for this, you just share details on the WhatsApp number given below, WhatsApp link given below, newly generated. You directly reach on the ACS to WhatsApp number and the mail ID, and the team will contact you, and you have a video consultation with Akashji, and then you can ask him, tell me from Jan to December what I have to do or what I have not to do.
Yes, true, Rohitji. Now let's move on to Leo ascendant people. 1 second, yes. Leo, that means me, myself. For Leo ascendant people, Rohitji, here, Rahu and Ketu made a very big transformation for you, going into the second house and the eighth house. So very big transformation. On the other hand, after as the transformation was taking place or is taking place, still it is taking place in effect. Rohitji, Jupiter is still retrograde in the ninth house, and Jupiter here is the owner of the eighth house as well as owner of the fifth house. So two extreme, very benefic house and very malefic house. So Jupiter here rules your destiny in some way because fifth house is ninth from the ninth, and also rules your research and whatever, so your ups and downs. So now, if that planet becomes direct, it's a very good news for all the Leo ascendant people because according to Bhavat Bhavam principle, if a planet goes and sits with in the next house and the previous house is the owner, the previous house is that planet's house only. It is the time of extreme gains from the last house. So that means in this case there is going to be sudden gains for Leo ascendant people. I don't know how, but that God knows. But there is going to be sudden gains. But before that, let's start with the beginning. Venus, who's the very important lord of your third house and your 10th house, that is your speech, communication, as well as your profession, was debilitated in the second house. Now it has come to the third house. And what does this mean? That your communication will become very effective at the moment. There is going to be very good personal interest that you can, creativity wise, very good time to write a book, good time to write anything, good time to publish things, good time to go and speak at seminars. So a lot of good things coming your way. But Rohitji, 13 December onwards, Mercury, who's Labhesh, that means owner of your second house of money and owner of the 11th house, becomes retrograde. in Sagittarius, especially your fifth house of money. Extremely careful in terms of starting new ventures. If you start new ventures, you have to be careful, or you should just delay it. If you want to go for higher education, delay it. If you want to go for any kind of decision that you may need to make for your children, delay it, because this is not the right time to make decisions. It can backfire on you. That is what Rohit I can see. December 16th, Rohit, Sun will enter into Sagittarius. And see, Rohit, Sun entering into Sagittarius is very good news for all the people, because it is going to be controlling Mercury for a period of time and make it combust. So when a retrograde planet becomes so combust, there is no use, there is no, क्या बोलते हैं, there is no power that Mercury will have, so there will be less destruction. That is what it means. Sun will enter into Sagittarius. Sun is the owner, Lagna Lord in the fifth house, promises wealth. Fifth house is the Lakshmi Mata Sthan. Always remember. That's why there are three benefic houses. That is the number one house, number five house, and number nine house. They are the most benefic places because they are not afflicted at all, unless and until a planet like Rahu and Ketu comes and sits in that. So these are a very, very positive houses. And Sun being the Lagna Lord coming here gives good promise of wealth as well as health. Both the things. December 25, Venus will enter into Scorpio, Rohitji. That means it comes to the fourth house, aspecting directly your 10th house. And 10th house is the house of profession. So there's going to be good professional growth for you. In terms of you can add some luxury to your life. See, now, remember, if there is going to be money coming in, Sun brings you money. So you will add some luxury to your life. So it is good. It's new year is starting. Have new goals. Get luxury into your life. That is going to be very beneficial for you. All the best. If you're planning to buy a new vehicle or selling your old vehicle, or even planning to buy a new house or selling your old house, it's a very good time for you. You will make profit here. December 28th, two big things are happening. Mars will enter into Sagittarius, that means your fifth house. Yoga Karka planets leaves the own house and comes into the fifth house, Rohitji. On the other hand, Mercury will enter into Scorpio. That means owner of the third and the 11th house comes into the fourth house of fixed, possessions and not fixed possessions, but yes, possessions as well as your homeland, motherland, mother, your inner peace, your happiness, everything is going to be ruled by Mercury. But since Mercury will be very close to Sun, it will be in combust mode. So let's hope for the best, that things are in control. Whenever Mercury and Venus are together, they will come in close conjunction now. That time you do a lot of what you say, a lot of new things related to your what you say, your home. So things can be seen in that way also. Later on, Rohitji, what happens is the biggest event of this year. What is the biggest event? And the last day, Jupiter becomes direct in Aries. That is your Bhagyastan, aspecting your Lagna, aspecting your third house of communication, aspecting your fifth house of luck. So there is extreme luck from everywhere. This is the most lucky period. December and January are the most ever lucky period for Leo ascendant, because next year it is the year of Saturn, and look at Saturn. Saturn rules the sixth house of diseases as well as the seventh house of relationships. So next year your focus will be most on your health and routine as well as your relationship. But Jupiter is going to give you extreme benefits, money, name, fame, whatever you want, you will get it. You have to be spiritual because that is the food of Jupiter. You have to be spiritual and make sure that you are on the right path. You're on the right path. Jupiter gives you good money, man. Good money. Rohit.
Yes, good money and good wishes both required by us. So, if you want to, give shape to your birth chart, you want to give shape to your plans in 2024, you just contact Akashji, because this is a package launched for a ACS Pro family, especially a 2024 yearly consultation on request of ACS Pro family members. So there is a WhatsApp link generated by ACS Pro team. This is given below. You can click on this link and you will directly reach to the WhatsApp. Or there is a WhatsApp number and mail ID in the scroll. You can take from that, send your details, and you will have a video consultation with Akashji.
Yes, Luigi, you're right. Let's move on to Virgo ascendant people. Luigi, Virgo ascendant, if we see, uh, the Lagnesh is going to get retrograde in this month. But before that, let's talk about the basic thing, that is the good thing that is happening. So in this chart, if you see benefic, second house is the house of money and wealth accumulation, and Venus rules that house. Ninth house is the house of destiny. Venus rules. So here, because of your family, because of your speech, now Venus coming out of debilitation will give you good results in terms of getting some kind of wealth. Wealth accumulation is going to start from 30th of November for you. 13th of December, Mercury gets retrograde in Sagittarius. Now it is Rohiji the fourth house, and Mercury here is the Lagna Lord as well as the 10th house Lord. So here two things will be affected. Number one is confidence, and number two is some turmoil or some problem in your career. So end of the year and see career problem is going to be seen. So just make sure you do not make bigger decisions like leaving a job, being in agitation, just that I don't want to work here, this, that. Don't be extra hard on yourself. That is where astrology comes to play. But it is just the time that is going to be a little bit difficult, nothing else. If we move forward on December 16th, Sun will enter into Sagittarius, Rohitji. Now, when Sun enters into Sagittarius, it is the 12th house Lord coming into the 4th house. There is going to be travel, foreign travel. There can be foreign travel, there can be visa applications, there can be some things related to, your expenses at your home, your workplace, expenses for your mother. These are the things that is going to happen for you. On the other hand, Rohitji, Venus enters into Scorpio on December of 25 on Christmas night. Venus will enter into Scorpio, that is the third house. So, second house owner coming into the third house and aspecting the ninth house, that is also its own house. It is a very, very good spiritual movement as well as very, very good time for putting less hard work and getting more results. Also, you will have holidays at end of the year, especially 31st December. See, this prediction will not come wrong. So there is holiday period. Make sure that lot of effort in higher learning is taken, because when Venus aspects the ninth house, it means that higher learning is activated. So do some higher learning in your free time. December 20th, Mars will enter into Sagittarius, OAG. Now Mars coming into this place and owner of the eighth house and owner of the third house, OAG. It's not very considered very what to say, very comfortable here in this chart, especially coming to the fourth house, can start some quarrel with siblings and that is related to inheritance or some kind of sharing of the money. In fact, it can also start problem with the partnership because of the fourth aspect of Mars that goes on your seventh house here. So be careful, do not get into unnecessary arguments or fight. Just wait for this period to settle down, because very soon next month Mars is going to get exalted here in your fifth house. Lot of money is coming to you, man, in 2024 of January. So all the best. So Rohiji, Mars enters Sagittarius. Then later, if you see Mercury enters into Scorpio, that means Mercury is in retrograde position, goes back to Scorpio in the third house of communication, sitting with Venus, um, and it combust mode also. But Rohiji, in a good way, when Venus and Mercury are together, and especially in this house, which is the house of creativity, there's going to be big transformation here. There's going to be good creative endeavors that they can look up to. So very good writing, communication will become the key areas to focus on, and you will do very good there. On 31st of December, whatever everyone is waiting for is Jupiter to become direct. Jupiter becomes direct, Rohitji, in your 8th house, aspecting the 12th house, going to foreign country, aspecting the second house, wealth accumulation, aspecting the fourth house, inner peace. So everything will be restored as soon as Jupiter enters into Aries directly on 31st of December. Next year is going to be very good. In fact, for Virgo ascendant people, it is so beautiful that Jupiter will enter into the ninth house, the Bhagyasthan, and it is going to aspect the Lagna, aspect the third house, aspect the fifth house. So it's going to be more and more money, more and more wealth, more and more destiny that will be taking a good toll. Those who are planning for children, not right now. As soon as Jupiter enters into the ninth house, that is 31st of May, after that, do whatever you want. You will succeed in your life. But overall, December vibe is very, very happening, very, very nice, very, very good for you. I wish you all the best, and I hope that mm, amazing, this December 2024 takes out all the frustration that you had all over the year and give you good results. Right.
Yes, and if you still feel there are some frustrations and there are some very important things you want to do in 2024 which you not able to do in 2023, then it is better to take consultation, better to plan your 2024 according to your personalized birth chart. These are generic predictions. So send your details on the WhatsApp number or the mail ID given below or the link generated by the team AC Astro today, a new feature you can see. You can just click on that, you directly reach on the WhatsApp number of the ACS Pro, and you will have a video consultation with Akash.
Yes, so AG, moving forward, let's move to Libra. Libra. Here, for Libra ascendant people, 30th, your Lagnesh was in debilitated position in the 12th house. So, a lot of losses you must have faced, or you must have had little bit of trouble with your higher authorities. That means either your boss, or either your parents, or someone who actually is ruling your life at the moment. Here, there could have been some kind of trouble, but that trouble now ends because what happens is from November 30th, your Venus enters into your Lagna. That means your own house. Here, it becomes extremely powerful. On top of that, Rohit, there is another thing that is happening for these people, that suddenly during this year, this month, there will be a lot of goals that they will be able to achieve because Jupiter also becomes direct and puts a direct aspect on the 10th house, on the 11th house from the 7th house. So very good, very extremely good. Mercury retrogrades in Sagittarius. Mercury, on the other hand, is in the third house of your communication, and it is going to get retrograde here. Now, Mercury here getting retrograde, and especially if it owns your two houses, that is your destiny house and your 12th house of foreign country and destiny of long distance travel, suggests that during any long distance travel or short distance travel, you will not feel very comfortable. You will have some losses there. So, if you can avoid, nothing like it. Try to avoid it. On the other hand, Sun will enter into Sagittarius on December of 16. Now, when Sun enters Sagittarius, Luigi, it is again a very good period because the 11th house Lord is sitting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th from itself. That means there is going to be a lot of gains through your communication. But because Sun is a cruel planet, see, third house cruel planet, no problem, very good. You have become more aggressive, but you do not have to become extra aggressive. That is what it is said. That your communication will be like fire. Socially, you will get lot of recognition, lot of gain from social life, but you do not need to become aggressive during this period. Make sure your emotions are in control. December 16th, Rohit Sun enters Sagittarius. Later, December of 25, Venus will enter into Scorpio. And look at Venus gets coming in the second house. Now, according to Bhavat Bhavam principle, Venus is the owner of the first house, coming into the second house promises wealth and sudden hidden wealth. Why, Rohit? Because it also aspects. See, the Venus will be looking at the eighth house. So it aspects the eighth house, bringing some good luck in wealth. So hopefully, Rohit, that is very nice for Venus to do this for everyone. December 28th, Mars will enter into Sagittarius, Rohit. Again, see Mars, the owner of the Kendra and the owner of the second house. So it's in Maraka here, coming in the third house. So that what does it mean? That you will be responsible yourself by your communication to end any kind of relationship. So do not get into such kind of arguments at all, especially with your spouse and with your extended family. Not at all. No harsh words to be used. But Mars aspects, aspect the sixth house. So your work will be at fire. Your work will be going on very good. On December 28th, Mercury on the same day, Mercury enters into Scorpio. It is in the reverse motion, and here Mercury rules the 12th house and the ninth house. So it comes to the second house. So there is going to be some travel which can be seen, but if still it can be avoided, you have to make sure that you don't avoid. It will be mostly related to your meeting your relatives or meeting your some close family. That can be avoided. It is better. I know, Rohiji, a lot of people during the New Year time, they actually go to meet their parents, and they're spending time with the parents and family and friends. So if that is the case, go on, but be careful. They're not to speak something rubbish so that it comes back to you. And everything or anything that you have been waiting for all your from last so many days, so many months, is Jupiter to become direct. Now Jupiter turns direct on 31st of December 2023. It's your New Year gift basically. Very important planet. Jupiter is here. It owns the sixth house as well as it owns the third house. So it rules your communication as well as your work. And if that planet is in retrograde motion, so that means your work and your communication was not effective at the moment. Now it becomes more effective. Its aspects also become very good. Lot of gains because of the aspect on the 11th house. Lot of physical transformation because of the aspect on the first house, and a lot of communicative transformation because of Jupiter's aspect on the third house. So, in a nutshell, very, very good. All the best. Have fun. Party. That is what you need to give me if everything is good this for Libra ascendant people, Rohit.
Yes, and in fact, why only December? We want 2024 to be best for everyone. Sometimes you are doing right things, but the timing is wrong. And the most important thing in business or in marriage or in everything, there is a timing. So, if you want to plan your exact timings of doing things in any field, so this is the time when you can plan your 2024 beforehand, before it starts. You have to just change your details on the mail ID or WhatsApp number given below, or you can just click on the this link which is generated by AC Astro team. This will directly take you to the WhatsApp of AC Astro, and you can send your details there, and you have a video consultation with Akash.
Ji, Rohit ji. Um, let's move on to Scorpio ascendant people. All the family members and friends who have Scorpio ascendant. Here, November 30th. A good thing is going to happen, but not so good. Which it is because see, Venus will surely come into the 12th house from away from your debilitated position, but 12th house is not a very good place for Venus to be. Right? In simple words, there is going to be problem or some losses in your marriage or related to your relationship. So be careful. I can say that only, but that's completely depends on your dasha antardasha. But yes, seventh house lord in the 12th house, that means problem in marriage, problem in bed pleasures, problem in sleeping, problem in so many things. If you take the spiritual path, no problem at all, zero problem. But if 99% of the people in the world do not take spiritual path, they think that they are doing Ram 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 means they are spiritual. No, Rohit, they are not spiritual. They are idiots. Ram Ram has to be done once a day. In the morning, you get up and say, Hey Ram, Hey Prabhu, everything is good. You cannot say, Be continuing. Or either you take sannyasa, that means you're not doing anything and only taking God's name. If you're taking God's name due to fear, you are going to hell for sure. If you're taking God's name for devotion or for giving Him gratitude, then everything is good. Being spiritual means to make a difference in other people's life, not to say Ram Ram. Ramanam is the biggest name in the world. But if you say Ramanama, Ramanama, only Ram Ram, then Ram will come and say, What the hell are you doing? I have given you so much karma to do. Why are you not doing that? So karma is more important. So get into the karmic spiritual path and then you will have a lot of success during this month. Mercury will get retrograde. Now, Rohitji, Mercury here is the owner of your 11th house and the owner of your 8th house. So it's difficult houses. It rules your, Rohitji, health also. 11th house is the house of 6th from the 6th, so it rules health. As well as the 8th house is house of accidents and sudden ups and downs. But it is also the house of money. 11th house is the house of money, 8th house is the house of hidden money. Some hidden money, and it is sitting also in the house of wealth only, but it is getting retrograde energy. So before 13th of December, from 1st of December till 13th of December, some gains might be seen. But after that, do not make any big investments, any big commitments, any big dream of adding any kind of asset to. If you do that, it is going to be a little bit of trouble. So don't do that. 16th of December, Rohiji, Sun enters into Sagittarius. Sun, Rohiji, see, when Sun enters into Sagittarius, it is the owner of the 10th house going into the second house. That means with your speech, with your mouth, with your actions, with your ideas, you can get to an extreme next level in your work area. So next year, already before that, only it starts with a bang for you. 25th of December, Venus will enter into Scorpio, Rohiji. That means from the 12th house, now Venus is coming to a comfortable first house, aspecting the 7th house, Rohiji. So it is going to be a benefit time for all the people of Scorpio ascendant, because Venus is the planet of luxury, right, Rohiji? And when it goes into Bad houses like 12th house, it's not favorable. But when it comes to the first house, so you will be grooming yourself. This is the time you look good, you want to look good, you will try to look good. That is what is going to happen with Scorpio ascendant people. Mars will enter into Sagittarius, Soyaji. Now, Mars entering into Sagittarius, that means the Lagna Lord entering into the second house is again according to the Bhavat Bhavam concept, a very good concept where you will gain money. And how does Mars bring money? Mars will always bring money through land or vehicle. So there can be some purchase or sale of land and vehicle or inheritance because they are both aspecting your eighth house, Mars and Sun. So that is how your money will come. So hope for the best. I will pray for you. If anything comes, send me also. Later on, Mercury will enter into Scorpio. Now Mercury is entering into Scorpio because it is in retrograde motion from the second house. It is coming to the first house. Don't do any big commitment to your friends. Don't do any commitment in or don't take any kind of medication for your skin during this period. Don't put creams and all, nothing at all, because here it can Mercury rule the skin also, so it can give trouble there. So do not do any such kind of thing, and do not take any very big decisions where you need to write off some things like sign some important documents. Don't do that till the time Mercury is not direct. And December 31st, OG, whatever everyone is waiting for, like that day, that when your Lord of the guy sitting in the sixth house, Jupiter becomes direct. When Jupiter becomes direct, your career also becomes very nice direct. Your foreign travel or spirituality also becomes very nice. And on top of that, your wealth also increases because of the aspect. That aspect on the 10th house, 12th house, in the second house for Jupiter will enhance those houses. Wherever Jupiter will look, will make sure it expands that thing. So for Scorpio ascendant people, Rohitji, it is going to be a very challenging beginning, but at the end, it's going to be very promising for all the Scorpio ascendant people, Rohitji.
Yes, very promising, and I see that very few astrologers take in consideration this transit thing. They go through the birth chart and tell you anything, but no, the transit is very impactful thing, and it controls your life. So that is why we have, planned this package for ACS to family members. That in 2024, what transits are happening according to your personalized birth chart, you must know this thing so you can plan your 2024 for the good and desired results. So, best of luck. Send your details on the mail ID on the WhatsApp number given below or the link generated by the ACSTRO team. You will click here and directly you will reach on the WhatsApp of ACSTRO. Send your details and you will have a video consultation with Akash.
Rohitji, moving on to Sagittarius. Now for Sagittarius ascendant people, November 30th, the Lord of your gains, the Lord of your health and gains was debilitated. Now from 30th of November, that is going to be solved. The Lord of your Lagna, the Lord of your sixth house and the Lord of your 11th house is going to be reaching to the 11th house. So that means the problem that was happening or happened in your workplace will now have some good results, or maybe you will get some kind of benefit or relief from problems in your workplace. If your goals were not being able to met, it is a time that your goals will also get met. Roji, here, Venus here has a tendency of giving you very extreme good results in wealth. And that is how it comes, Roji, through court cases or through, any kind of enemies. Those who are in competitive business. So for such people will gain a lot of wealth as well as recognition during this period. December 13, Mercury will retrograde into Sagittarius, Rohitji. Now here, look at Sagittarius, Rohitji. It is the first, the Lagna. That means in the Lagna, Mercury will become retrograde. And Mercury here rules two Kendras. And especially the Lord of the 10th house, 7th house, you have to be careful in both. Mercury means communication, simple. Mercury is equal to communication. And what are the houses ruled by Mercury and where is it impacting? Mercury is aspecting the 7th house, impacting their ruling that house also. Mercury is also the ruler of the 10th house. So first house, 10th house and 7th house are going to be affected. There is three Kendras altogether. So careful in communication with your relationship and partnerships, careful in communication in your workplace, and careful in communication, self-communication, that what are you trying to talk to your subconscious mind, you have to be careful during this period. December 16th, Sun will enter into Sagittarius. So that means Lagna, in the Lagna, the owner of your destiny comes in the Lagna. That means you will make your own destiny during this period. Very extremely good time for Sun. But still, Sun puts an aspect on the seventh house, which is not so good. So here you have to be careful again in terms of relationships and partnerships. Venus will enter into Scorpio Roji. That means the 12th house here. Not a very pleasant place for Venus to be. But Roji, Venus here makes a Viprit Rajyog for Sagittarius ascending people. In the beginning, it will not give you good results, but as soon as Venus takes degree and goes over 14 degrees, it will start giving you amazing results. And that is mostly related to debts. Your debt can decrease. Secondly, foreign travel can happen. Thirdly, if you're looking for a new job will be granted to you during this period. December 28th, Rohitji, Mars will enter into Sagittarius as well. So Mars and Sun will make a conjunction here. And on that same day, Mercury will be completely going out of Sagittarius and going into the sign of Scorpio. Rohitji, losses in terms of job. See, it depends on your Dasha and Antardasha. If your Dasha and Antardasha is favorable, nothing will happen. If your Dasha and Antardasha is off Mercury and Jupiter or Mercury and Mars, there is going to be a little bit of trouble. So, sorry to say, but it is 50-50 for Sagittarius ascendant people. Not a very big good news, only then Jupiter turns direct in Aries. Jupiter turns direct in the fifth house of Lakshmi Mata Sthan, fifth house of creativity, fifth house of Purva Punya, fifth house of children, fifth house of speculation. Everything works for you. There is going to be gains, gains, and gains. Why? Because of the aspect of Jupiter. So Jupiter, fifth aspect on the ninth house, gives another reason for you to plan the second child. If you're planning for a second child, this is the right time before 31st of May, plan it. Jupiter aspecting the 11th house, all your goals will be met. Socially, people will help you. There's going to be great news coming from social life for you. And Jupiter aspecting the Lagna, that means it will make you very wise. Even with two aggressive planets, Sun and Mars sitting together here, aspect of Jupiter here will make you very wise. And maybe channelize this energy, and you will be able to use this aggressive energy in the right area. That is what Sagittarius ascendant people you can expect during the transit of these planets. But New Year is good news for you. Jupiter turns direct. That is the best good news for you because your Lagna Lord, your Kendra Lord, going into the fifth house of extreme benefit area becomes direct. There is nothing more beautiful than that. So, the beginning of next year, you can expect great results, and it's going to be great, great, amazing year for you. Amazing year for you. Very nice. Yes.
This word amazing is very soothing for ears. Everybody want to listen this amazing, when definitely you will sit with Akashji on video consultation and show you a birth chart. Then they will tell you how soothing words will come for your birth chart, because 2024 is a year which need to be planned. Why? Because this is year of Saturn. So Saturn say everything planned, then only I can give results. So sit with Akash ji on video consultation. Send your details on the mail ID or WhatsApp number or the link generated by the team AC Astro WhatsApp. You will directly reach on the WhatsApp number of AC Astro and have a video consultation with Akash ji and plan Saturn's year well before.
Uji, you're absolutely right. Saturn's here well before. Now moving on to Capricorn ascendant people. Now, Ruji, November 30th, the Lord of your 10th house and the Lord of your 5th house, which is very kind of a Yoga Karka only because both are very good. Kendra and Trikon. Okay, Ruji. For Capricorn and for Aquarius, Venus is Yoga Karka. For all the both the house Venus places, that is Taurus and Libra, Saturn is Yoga Karka. So they have mutually decided themselves that you become for both of me, I will become for both of you. So here that Yoga Karka planet for you is going to end its debilitation and come into Yoga Karka position, that is your Kendra. So you can expect some good, extreme, beautiful results in your career area. Ruji, here December 13th, Mercury will retrograde in Sagittarius. Now, Sagittarius is the 12th house. If you are in a foreign country, good enough, no problem. But if you are not there, then you can have or incur some losses due to your communication, and that will be through some legal trouble, that is legal problems, or Rohiji, some problem related to your family, father, or some spiritually you will lose some money. I just spoke to one woman today, Rohiji. She spent no, she very good friend of mine, Rohiji, husband and wife, and they are like the child is they're very good friends, family friends. Child is going into teenage, and so an astrologer told them that he has Kal Sarpa dosh, he has this dosh, Kendra Dum dosh, this that dosh, and he told them that total cost of all the puja will come to 6,300 Canadian dollars. So they came to me and they're like, Akash, they're saying that shall we go do the puja, this and that. I said, I get stupid. So such kind of thing can happen with Capricorn ascendant people, that some people will try to con you, some astrologers. Remember, there is no remedy in this world, man. Only remedy is faith in God, and do the simple mantra chanting remedies or little sattvic remedies that will just ease your pain. The pain will be there. It is not so simple to change Brahma's plan. Brahmaji has made so much good plan about your chart, and this astrologer will do one puja and your chart will become good. It's so stupid to think about it also. So nothing, nothing as such is going to happen. But anyways, good is going to happen because Mercury gets retrograde in Sagittarius. So you have to be careful in terms of your communication. Sun enters into Sagittarius. Now this is not so good because see here, Sun rules the eighth house. It is in the 12th house making a Viprit Rajyog, but in the beginning, Sun will give you a little bit of losses. So Capricorn ascendant people, be very careful in terms of legal, any kind of legal trouble that you can get into, because 12th house is the house of asylum, jail, hospital. Health wise, see the 8th house lord in the 12th house. Health wise, extremely careful. It is not a very simple period. Hospital, you can see some kind of problematic area in your life. So you have to be careful. On the other hand, Rohitji, Venus will enter into Scorpio on December of 25. Now, Venus entering the 11th house here. Very good. Yoga Karka coming to the 11th house means a lot of gains. So, gains will be there to social. See, now many people will say that, okay, this is happening in 5 days, then after 10 days, this is happening and not. See, it also depends on your Dasha and Antardasha. This, whatever we are seeing right now, it means that it is also depends on your Dasha and Antardasha. There is going to be a possibility, but your time should support it. Very simple. If you're going through Rahu and Sun Dasha, then how will Venus impact you? Nothing at all. But Sun will impact you because Sun is in the 12th house. It will impact your health. So that is how you have to see the transits, and that is how you have to see the monthly predictions. Mars will enter into Sagittarius, Rohitji. Now, see the Lord of, see here, if you see Mars, Rohitji, the Lord of the fourth house and the 11th house. Another kind of yoga karka only, Kendra and the 11th house. It is going into the 12th house, so losses can be seen, and that losses can be again through legal trouble, or some trouble related to vehicle, or some trouble related to foreign country, something in the foreign country. There can be some issues, so be careful. Make sure that you are all walking according to legal term. Don't do any break any rules, anything at all, nothing at all. Mercury enters Scorpio on December 28th, and Mars enters Sagittarius. So Mercury is in the retrograde position. It enters into the 11th house for you. Now, Mercury here rules your Bhagyastan as well as your health. Here, be very careful about your legs. There can be some kind of, you can hurt your legs during this period. But overall, whenever Venus and Mercury are together, because of your ideas and because of your creativity, you will be able to do very good in your life. And this is the time for you because Rahu is also sitting in the third house for you. So it means social media is the time for you. Socially being active and marketing and everything is time for you. You have to make sure you are marketing yourself during this period. And at last, on 31st of December, the thing that everyone is waiting for is Jupiter to become direct. Now, Jupiter becoming direct here has two news for you. Number one, there is going to be some good news at your house, at your home. Okay. This good news, there is another possibility here because Jupiter here is very becoming very powerful. It is not becoming very weak or afflicted. It means if you're in a foreign country, because of the ninth aspect of Jupiter, there can be a long distance journey and you can come back home. One. Number two, Jupiter aspects your eighth house. So there is going to be higher learning, some transformation that is going to happen in terms of wealth for you. Same way, Jupiter is aspecting your 10th house, so there's going to be growth in your career. So overall, Jupiter is a very benefit planet, and here you get lot of benefit results of Jupiter. As well as Jupiter, as soon as becomes direct, also controls Sun and Mars in the 12th house, which will make sure that you do not get into legal troubles, or maybe he will help you in terms of legal troubles during this period. So hopefully December is not 100% very good for you, but in an aspect of Rahu, in the aspect of placement of Ketu, in the aspect of placement of Shani, Saturn in your second house, and that is become direct also and very nice. It is performing very nice. There is hope that things will become better. But overall, as soon as 31st December comes, see your next year the foundation is extremely right in the right space, right place. Rohit ji.
Right. Hope is very big thing, and that's what astrology is made for. That is a science to give hope, that is science to make you cautious. So both these things you can get when you sit with Akash on video consultation. When you will be planning your 2024, some months will give you hope, and in some months he will give you caution not to do this. So this, you have to send your birth details on the mail ID or the WhatsApp number given below, or you have to click on the link which is displayed on the screen. This is newly generated link which make you more easy. Just click on the link and you directly reaches on the WhatsApp of the ACS2, and you will have a video consultation with Akash.
Yes, Rohit ji, you're right. Moving on to Aquarius ascendant. Now, Rohit ji, for Aquarius ascendant people, if you see Venus, the lord of the destiny, and the lord of the fourth house. Again, Rohit ji, Yoga Karka. I told you for Capricorn and for Aquarius, Venus is Yoga Karka. And when Venus is debilitated, lot of trouble in terms of their uh, destiny is not working in their favor. Simple. But wealth accumulation happens for them because Venus, being debilitated, also aspects the second house from the eighth house, and it was transiting over Ketu. Lot of trouble, man, there also. Anyways, let's come to the positive part. Now, finally, Venus is out of its debilitation and going to enter into the ninth house of your destiny. Your Lagna Lord is in the first house. Lagna Lord, direct, first house, Mool Trikon sign. Venus in the ninth house. Look at Jupiter placed very, very beautifully in the third house for you. What else do you need? Everything is so good for you. Here, Rohiji, for Aquarius ascendant people, remember Jupiter is the wealth giving planet. Second wealth giving planet is Mercury. I'm just giving for your information, nothing else. Venus will enter into Libra. Very good results in your destiny, in your communication. Everything is going to be very positive. On top of that, if you see Mercury becomes retrograde in Sagittarius. Now Mercury here, on other thing, rules your fifth house and rules your eighth house. That means there is a combination of higher education and research. And in the 11th house, it is going to get retrograde. What does it mean? It means that there can be some problems in the area of education and in the area of your research that you will not be able to give your 100% because Mercury is retrograde. So, whenever Mercury becomes retrograde, your communication goes for a toss, and that is still going to happen because 11th house is the house of friends and social media and also your work area, like benefits from work. Be quiet during this period. Don't make big statements, otherwise, you will have trouble. There is not going to be very big gains coming in from your social circles during this period. December 16th, Rohitji, Sun will enter into Sagittarius. Now, Sun enters into Sagittarius, that means owner of the 7th house is in the 11th house. There is going to be gains from where? Partnerships. There is going to be gains from partnerships. There is going to be some gains from, what you say, collaborative efforts also. So, does not mean that because Mercury is retrograde that you stop collaborative efforts. Yeah, it will delay little bit of little bit, but it does not promise that it will not give you. So you will get it, but with delayed. Don't worry about it. Then later on, 10 days later, December 25, that means Christmas, Venus will enter into Scorpio. Now, Venus entering into Scorpio gives you your 10th house, can give you a boost in your career. Now, that time too, it is holiday, right? From 25th of December to 2nd of January. But as soon as January starts, Your Venus will have taken some degree and it will give you more good results. Because Rohitji, another reason for it is because Venus here in the 10th house also aspects the fourth house, that is its own house. And why will someone not give you good results when it's aspecting the own house? So Venus is going to give you good results in your home area also. And see the Lord's wish during this time of festive season, it is going to be aspecting your fourth house, and you will be with your family spending a lot of time together, which will bring you a lot of inner peace. So good for you, very good for you. Mars enters into Sagittarius, Rohitji, and on the same day, Mercury enters into Scorpio. So Mars, that is the Lord, Rohitji here, Lord of the 10th house, Lord of the 3rd house. Rohitji, of your career and communication, it goes into the 11th house. Mars, very good. That means because of your communication and your career, because of the communication in the career area, you may able to gain something, gain positivity, gain profit during this period. On the other hand, Rohitji, Mercury enters into Scorpio because it is into retrograde motion. So Mercury, owner of your 8th house and owner of your 5th house, goes retrograde into come retrograde into the 10th house again. So there can be some problem, in terms of your startups. If you have done any startups or working or some money up and down, your status, it can come to a pause. But because Venus and Mercury will come in close conjunction, Rohit, here it also proves that it's also research says that whenever they're together, there is a lot of prosperity and a lot of um, uh, positivity as well as creativity. These both are very creative planets. When they come together, they act very creatively. That's why you'll see a lot of people with singing abilities. They have Mercury and Venus together. Singing, dancing, acting, writing. All these kind of people have Venus and Mercury together all the time. And end of the month, Rohitji, what everyone is waiting for is your 3rd house to become very active. That means your courage to take another level right now. And how will that happen? That happens when Jupiter becomes direct. Jupiter becomes direct, your relationship starts repairing because of the fifth aspect of Jupiter on the 7th house. Jupiter's seventh aspect on the 9th house gets your destiny also running for you, and Jupiter's ninth aspect on the 11th house gives you blessing to gain. So all three places Jupiter is going to be giving you gains or gains and gains. So next year beginning is very promising for you, but at this moment in December, make and it all depends on your dasha and antardasha, but make your decisions very wisely. Don't take hasty decisions because you will have to pay the problem. You will have to pay, for it. So hopefully, Rohitji, I feel that Aquarius SN will do very good, and next year is going to be very promising. I hope that uh, brings lot of success for them.
Yes, and as you suggest them for wise decision, then the wisest decision I think is to plan 2024. When there is a caution that you have to take care, then take care. And what is take care? That you can send your details on the mail ID or the WhatsApp number given below. Sit with Akashji and ask him that where should I need to take care, because everything is basis on the personalized birth chart. So take this consultation, and there is a new link generated by the team AC Astro, so more easily you reach on the WhatsApp. Just click on this link, you will directly on the WhatsApp of AC Astro and you can share your details there.
Ji Rohitji, thank you for this. And yes, now we are going to be talking about Pisces ascendant, Rohitji. Now for Pisces ascendant people, if we see here, November 30th, Rohitji, when Venus is debilitated, it puts an exalted aspect on the ascendant here. So it's a loss for Pisces ascendant for Venus to go into the 8th house now. The more better was debilitated only. But anyways, Venus in this house can give you good results in terms of your gains from your siblings, Rohitji. Gains from your siblings or gains from inheritance money. On the other hand, it can also give you gains related to Rohitji. Suddenly there will be some gains, and that gains can come through female also, from your partner also, because it has come from the 7th house to the 8th house. So some partners gains also you can see. So small thing, Rohit, there is one problem here also, which I don't say negative things, but here because Venus is not very, it is sitting in the area of your under your lower abdomen. So there can be some problems like UTI, urine infection, or hemorrhoids, pain, or constipation, or some problem in the stomach of Pisces ascendant people can be seen. It is not like 100% it will happen, but can is seen Rohit, during this period. I don't say negative at all, but sometimes caution is also very important. So do not overeat. There can be some trouble there after overeating or getting into a lot of hyper, acidity kind of stuff, and also constipation. A lot of problem can happen in that area also. Mercury gets retrograde in Sagittarius, Rohit. Now here Mercury is in the 10th house getting retrograded in this chart, Rohit. Mercury rules two Kendras again, Rohit, third, the fourth house and the seventh house. And in the Kendra, it makes a Raj Yoga, but it has become retrograde. So that Raj Yoga effect will go down by 50%. But still, it is benefit for them. It is a time for you to repair or come back in your like take a comeback in your career, professional area. So make the most of it. Try and not to make any big communication in your area related to marriage, area related to business partnership, area related to mother and homeland. There you can face some kind of problem. So I wish that you do not do that, so that you can just relax. On the other hand, Rohitji, Sun will enter into Sagittarius now. Now, Sun enters into Sagittarius in the 10th house. So, there is going to be good growth in workplace career. Why? Because the owner of the daily work and routine, that is Sun, owner of the 6th house, has come into the 10th house. So, there is going to be professional growth. Professional growth is seen, Rohitji, as well as there is going to be some kind of status that you will gain during this period. After that, Rohitji, Venus will enter into Scorpio. Now, Venus entering Scorpio, Rohitji, look at Venus. Venus is the owner of the 8th house, going into the 9th house. So what does it mean? It means gains from the 8th house. So anything that was left in between or in continuation for you to gain from from partnerships, from inheritance, from some kind of research-based activity, you will get it during this period because it is come in the house of your destiny. On December 20th, Rohitji, Mars will enter into Sagittarius. Now, Mars enters into Sagittarius and makes a conjunction with Sun. What happens when Mars and Sun are in conjunction? Obviously, Mars gets into combust mode, but still, you become very aggressive. What do you need to do? Do not show aggressiveness in your work area. You have to avoid that. Astrology is just that you can just warn. Whatever is supposed to happen is going to happen, but the intensity can be low. So make sure that you do not make any big trouble or create any power game or power hunger game in your work area. That is required. On top of that, Mercury will enter that same day into Scorpio. That means it is in retrograde motion, so it will come to the ninth house from the 10th house. Now, here, Mercury coming here is directly going to be affecting your spiritual zone, your travel, and your communication because of the aspect of Mercury on the third house as well. So, there is going to be affected communication, travel, partnerships, everything. You have to be careful during this period. Now, moving on to the best part that is going to happen to Pisces system, there is a Lagnesh. The Lagno node, which is in the second house, and you thought that, oh, it went in the second house, it will give gains and money and everything. But it was not happening. Why? Because it was retrograde. Now it turns direct for you. And as soon as it turns direct, it puts very good aspects, especially on your sixth house that is related to daily work routine, your routines, your health, your debts, your enemies, everything you will get relief. It also aspects your eighth house. Doing good research or getting good money from inheritance is seen. And third is aspects your 10th house. So 10th house, your career will have a growth. It- Royal planet like Sun is coming and sitting into your 10th house. And on top of that, what do you say? The planet who is more than royal, pious planet like Jupiter, putting an aspect there is going to give you growth in that area. So it's a very fun filled December and especially a very beautiful 2024 that I can see for you guys. Amazing, like very good. All the best, Pisces ascendant people. All the best.
Really wish you all the best. And I remember a few days back, I called my friend and I asked him that, "Oh, where are you going?" He said, "I'm going for a full body checkup." I say, "Why full body checkup?" He said, "It's very necessary to have a full body checkup once in a year." Then I remember, oh, that's why we launched this 2024 yearly consultation. Once in a year, you should, before starting a year, if take a consultation and know about your birth chart, where are the deficiencies, where are the opportunities, then you can click on the right time. So this is a package launched by Team AC Astro. You can take consultation, send your details on the mail ID or the WhatsApp number given below, and you will have a video consultation, one-on-one consultation. You are wherever in the world, no problem. You can sit with Akash in video consultation. And there is a new link generated by Team AC Astro. This is for you people. You can just click on the link and you directly will reach on the WhatsApp of AC Astro and we'll have a video consultation with Akash. Thank you, Akash, for this detailed December 2023 predictions, because these predictions give us hope and definitely also give us cautions also. We will take care that of cautions. Thank you, Akashi. Thank you very much
Thank you.
for your wisdom, for your predictions. We'll meet you in some another video. Till then, Jai Shri Ram, Jai Hanuman, Jai Mata Di, Om Namah Shivaya.